At the center position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 52, Onyeka Okongwu. Starting at power forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 49. Starting at point guard, at 6'3", number 4, Robert Dillingham. At the other forward position, at 6'3", number 5, Anthony Edwards. The other guard, at 6'6", number 19.
Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. And now the Los Angeles starters. Miles McBride is out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Whitmore, and it's Marshall in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Timberwolves, we've got Anthony Edwards, Okongwu out there with Dillingham, and it's Keith in at the 4. All right, Grant, as we get geared up for the home stretch, what are you looking for right now?
Well, B.A., health is number one for me. What teams have their full allotment of players is key. As we head to the playoffs, it's about attrition. Which team can stay healthy?
So the Timberwolves will get the first possession. Here's prime time.
Baseline.
And misses it off the right side of the rim. And it's the Clippers' ball. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Here's prime time. That's tipped. For 3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Okongwu, nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Marshall, taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. Pass to Whitmore. Clock at 6, over Edwards. No good off the back of the rim.
I don't know if you can credit the defense for that. It was just a missed opportunity.
Here's prime time, and here's Okongwu. Banked it in off the glass.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's McBride. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Here's prime time. McBride covers. Here's prime time. 35 points his last game. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Shot is good by Edwards.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Time called here. The Clippers decide to talk it over.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
And we have just about a half a season left. Here's our latest power rankings. You look at the Spurs. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
When I look at Minnesota, they've fulfilled expectations plus some. They're flying high down the stretch, looking nearly invincible.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. His last outing, he had 20. Will it go? And that one drops for him.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning because once he does, he makes you pay.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
And so here are the Clippers. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Last time they met in Los Angeles where they beat the Clippers.
Their approach was to draw fouls in that game and put their opponent in a very difficult position.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. Credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the call.
Now here's Whitmore. No points yet. Blocked! And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to primetime. It's Edwards on the wing. Off target from three-point range. Clippers trail by 10. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And that one's good. Whitmore. And the Timberwolves with possession here. They defeated Utah in their last game.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Shot clock at 5. Pass to Edwards. Takes a 3. Here's a Okongwu. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. Okongwu's got 6 points.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Switch!
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The D's right on him. The Timberwolves lead by 10. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. Our topic was how he'll defend Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Coach was straightforward, saying Shai demands so much attention with the ball that he can warp a defense. We'll need to stay disciplined and not get caught watching the play. We'll see how that approach works out for them, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Marshall. 14 points for him last game against Charlotte. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 17-6 run. Here's primetime. Rebounded by Marshall. Marshall's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one falls. His second make in 5 attempts.
There's so many facets to SGA's game. He's equally good from all 3 levels.
Here's primetime. McBride covers. And primetime gets it to go.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Here's Whitmore, following the score by Minnesota. Here's Hughes. No points so far. McBride can't get it to go.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Keith, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
19.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, a guy this team turns to often, averaging almost 24 a game. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Clippers trail by 14. We've got Murray, Edwards out there with Dillingham, and it's prime time in at point guard. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Here's Ivy. Shot blocked, and they'll get another chance. Minnesota's gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. Here's prime time. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Murray. And here's Edwards outside. And his fifth basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Down low. Here's Murray. Soft touch off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And it's Whitmore missing.
Boy, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Here's prime time. He's got 10. It's Edwards on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers trail by 17. McBride with it.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. This one for 3. Knocks down the long J. McBride's got 5 points in the quarter.
I love it. I mean, great ball movement by Ivy.
To the paint. Here's Dillingham. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Pass to Ivy. Back to McBride. Jacks up at 3. It's rebounded by Primetime. Primetime's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Keefe. Whitmore defending to the middle. They get the rebound. Here's Primetime. McBride covers.
Right here.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Primetime passes to Edwards.
Timberwolves foul. Murray. First personal foul.
Okongwu's checked in for the Timberwolves.
In for the Wolves. Okongwu.
Clippers trail by 14. McBride passes to Ivy. Outside McBride. Who poked away. 3-pointer. Minnesota with a rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Inside, here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Outside Whitmore. Outside McBride. Launches a 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Okongwu's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Primetime. McBride covers. Pass to Ivy. In transition, here come the Clippers.
Looking unstoppable. Ivy able to get the advantage there on the fast break.
Minnesota leading by 14. And let's check out which teams have been offensive juggernauts the past 10 games. Number 1, Minnesota.
This team has been on an absolute tear offensively. It seems like they're able to find a shot every trip down.
Here's Whitmore. His last outing, he had 20. Pass to McBride. Knocked away. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. And we got a chance to check out multiple seasons of assist numbers and what has been the trend for him.
And the leap he's taken in terms of his passing skills has been enjoyable to watch. He takes pleasure in moving the rock and trying to make his teammates better through his ball distribution.
Now Ivy. Back to Whitmore. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Hughes. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here.
You know, scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Primetime passes to Keefe. Here's Primetime. 10 points for him. It's Edwards on the wing. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Back to McBride. Fires from deep. Hits a three-pointer. McBride's got 8 points in the quarter.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Minnesota leading by 11. Pass to Primetime. Let's go with a 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Primetime's got 13.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, Primetime in their last time out against the Jazz was all business. He dropped 35 points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. He was such a difficult matchup in that one. We'll see how he follows it up tonight. Brian?
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
To the inside. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Whitmore outside. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Here's Edwards. Again, the Timberwolves score.
With the way he can rise, Edwards able to get that shot off anytime.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. Well, Clark, we hear coaches often say, trust your teammates. Why is that sometimes a challenge?
Well, you know, when you talk about passing the basketball, there's got to be a level of trust and confidence that where you pass it to is going to produce some fruit, and that it might come back to you if that's the best play. And then defensively, you can't be good defensively without communicating and trusting one another to cover for each other in the defensive scheme that you're playing.
First,
and through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's Minnesota just dominating this one. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the floor for the Clippers,
Timberwolves
they've got
foul.
Miles McBride.
Dylan
He's
Hill.
out there with Shai
Second
Gilgeous-Alexander.
personal foul.
And it's Marshall
First team
in
foul.
at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Shooting for
There's
LA.
that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So
Taking two
tough to
shots.
contend with his quickness.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander. The Timberwolves lead by 20. Tipped away and out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it.
LA ball.
Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. Taking a look at Minnesota, final stretch of the season. They've got the #1 seed and have shown no signs of giving it up. And of course the Clippers, far behind in the standings.
When I look at the Clippers, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
Pass to primetime. 11 feet out. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
He gets inside right when he sees the opening. Gotta attack when you have that chance.
Got a piece of it. McBride with it from outside the arc. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists tonight. To the middle. Pass to primetime. Second half of basketball. Just over a minute played so far. 6 on the shot clock. It's Edwards on the wing. And another 3 for Minnesota.
The competitive fire of Anthony Edwards, admirable, going right back at him.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. The first one falls.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses. And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Offensive rebound, Hughes. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
The size advantage gives them a clear path to the shot.
The Timberwolves lead by 19. Here's primetime. He's got 15. Outside Edwards. Puts up a 3. Getting it to fall there. He's 8 of 15 in the game.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
Timeout called. The Clippers.
Yeah, and coach has to tell him to dial it back. He's trying to do too much. Going one-on-one, forcing bad shots, and it's really hurting this offense.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Whitmore goes in. Pass to Marshall. Now here's McBride. 6 to shoot. All alone. The offensive rebound. Marshall can't hit.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Here's primetime. McBride covers. And here's Edwards. Good work defensively by Whitmore. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Primetime. Primetime's got 6 rebounds in the game. It's Edwards on the wing. Over Whitmore. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Edwards has got 23 points. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the LA Clippers. They've got the Rockets ahead of them next in Houston. It'll be their second game of a 4-game road trip.
Minnesota foul, Okongwu. Second personal foul, third team foul. Shooting for LA.
He misses the free throw.
At the line for 2.
Good on the second one.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Okongwu with the bucket.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
McBride passes to Hughes. Back to McBride. Okongwu with the rebound.
I'll tell you what, they rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Clock at 6. Here's prime time. McBride covers. Edwards for 3. It's hauled in by Hughes. Hughes has got his 6th rebound on the night to the paint. And it's blocked. Here's prime time. He's got 15. Down low. It's picked off. Now here's McBride. Now Whitmore. He's got 7. Some solid defense from Edwards.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Inside. Here's Hughes. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Here's prime time. Pass to Okongwu. Here's prime time. It's Edwards on the wing. He buries it from 3. Edwards got 26 points.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting a rock every time.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Whitmore goes in. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
A nice shot by McBride.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Ivy, up and in with the jumper near the hoop. Ivy's got 6.
And just active inside. Ivy's a guard who's more at home around the hoop, not the three-point line.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, "We want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams."
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie. It's deflected. Here's Murray. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And there he is. I mean, attacking the boards, converting off the misses. I mean, trying to do everything he can to secure this W.
Well, he enjoys deflating the opposition with those extra possessions.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Yep. Here's prime time. Fires for 3. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
We've got Murray. He's out there with Jaden McDaniels. And it's Hardaway in at the 2. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Assisted
The
by
defense gives Shea all their attention, and that leaves another guy open and ready to score.
Here's Primetime. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. And Primetime gets it to go.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Gilgeous-Alexander against McDaniels. Pass to Whitmore. 5 to shoot. No good on the 3.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Here's Primetime. Whitmore defending. Primetime passes to Wingate. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Marshall's got his 8th rebound here tonight. McDaniels against Poole. Here's Marshall. And there's the rejection. Here's Primetime. To the middle. And Wingate gets it to go. Wingate's gotten 4 this quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Minnesota.
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
I love the fact they've done tremendous work on the offensive glass. A lot of second chance opportunities as they've kept that ball alive.
Primetime passes to Murray. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Marshall passes to Poole. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the 4th quarter. Here's Primetime. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. And Clark, we're seeing greater parity league-wide, but there's still those teams wandering the wilderness.
Yeah, and some of that is due to teams failing to draft well. You've got to be a little lucky, but you also have to be good in your draft selections. And it's not enough to have a high pick. It's really what you do with whatever picks you have and getting it right.
Poole against Hardaway. Now here's Poole. Defense right on him. Good D by Hardaway. The Timberwolves have gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in this 4th quarter. Primetime passes to Murray. Here's Primetime. Down low. Here's McDaniels. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Pass to Hughes. 3-pointer. Tries again. Goes up with it again. Blocked! And so the ball out of bounds. Gilgeous-Alexander touched it last. Dillingham's checked in for Hardaway. For Minnesota, they've gotten 8 of 13 shots to find the basket in the 4th quarter. Here's Primetime, guarded by Poole. Well, Clark, we're used to seeing a coaching carousel, but in recent years, even winning teams have changed coaches.
Well, you know, that is true, and at least the profession is getting a pay raise overall. But for teams looking to break through, B.A., changing the coach still seems to be the default button that most teams like and are more comfortable pushing. Boy, and the defense there looking lost on that play.
Minnesota shooting really well in this matchup, 62% from the floor. Here's Primetime, guarded by Poole. Fires the three. Fires in the triple. Primetime's got 10 points here in the second half.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too, as a matter of fact. I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Poole outside. Over Murray. Poole shot is off. Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth. Here's Primetime, guarded by Poole. And Primetime gets it to go.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Pass to Marshall. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. And Los Angeles making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocks down the triple.
One this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
Here's Primetime. Fires the three. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
McBride can't get it to go. Minnesota's gone 4 of 8 from three-point land during the fourth. Here's Stevens. Rebounded by Marshall. Well, Los Angeles shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hughes. Here's the three. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Primetime. And the layup is good off the glass. Primetime's got 30 points.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Launches it. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Jackson. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. One constant in the NBA, Clark, the constant movement of players.
Yeah, and I think you've got to try to look at the positive side of that, the freedom that players have to play where they choose to play in many cases. I think that's the right of any employee to be able to go where they feel they can best optimize their individual and team situations. I think it allows teams to rebuild on the fly and get competitive more quickly. And, I like that aspect of it. I don't like to see it overwhelming a season, but I do like the fact the players have that option and that freedom.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Wingate pulls it in. Timberwolves shooting just a phenomenal clip, 59% here in the fourth. Here's Primetime. Second chance shot, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Man, good whistle there.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
That free throw no good. So he comes up empty, missing both. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 from three-point land during the fourth. Here's McBride. It's rebounded by Minnesota. To the paint. Oh, deflected. Wingate passes to Primetime. And he makes it. Primetime's got 34.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Timberwolves.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
Add this one to the win column. They're 57th of the year.
They have proven to simply be the better team of the two, winning all 4 games in this season series.
That's impressive on one side, but embarrassing on the other side.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for primetime.
You know, getting a triple-double isn't easy because I never had one of those, but somehow he made it look easy, just showing you how versatile his game is.
Here's primetime. Gilgeous-Alexander defending.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Assist goes to
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nembhard, the pass to primetime. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it.
They've done it.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
The three, no good. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.